Hello and welcome to my channel, Fantasy with AST. Now, today we have another video for you, but before we get into it, I just want to say how happy I am for this 95 views, 12 subscribers, 44 views, and all because of one man, this man down here. Where is my good friend? Here he is, Abs the Squadfather. Now, this guy is one of the best people in the world and inspiration, and he is the man who made me want to do this. He made me want to do SuperCoach channel because of his videos, because of how nice he is, and he's such a good man. You should subscribe, like, do everything. He's a good boy. Help him get to 1,000. He deserves. Anyway, let's move on. So today, we are looking at midfield pods, point of differences. As pointed out in my last video, I said player, I meant point. Okay, let's get into it, shall we? Now, in first, he's the most expensive player in the game, but I don't see a difference. No, let me explain something. So, here is Clayton Oliver, 699 800. Here is Laird, 703 900. I do not understand this. For $4,000, there is a 37% difference in ownership. I do not understand this. Rory Laird has zero competition at Adelaide. Oliver has Petrarca, Viney, Arms. He has competition. He's the top one, but he has competition. He's not going to get all the minutes. Laird, he's the number one in Adelaide. Nobody is taking his position, alright? You understand this one. Okay, so let's have a look. Now, this is his scores from last year. He missed the first 2 rounds, but look at this. 93%. 93 SuperCoach score from 31 touches, 1 mark, 4 tackles. So, from Laird, what we have to understand is his ratio here is not very good, which means he needs 25, 28, 29, 30 plus to score good. But let's have a look here. 31 touches, 93 SuperCoach. His CBAs, 71%. Now, take note of this. 71%, he scored. What did he score? 92. His lowest, I think he scored lowest this one. Yeah, 93, sorry. His lowest score of the year. Why? Well, it's his second lowest CBAs of the year. Now look there. Let's find his other score that was low. Second last round, round 22. What happened 22? This happened. He went down to 72. The other rounds, 85, 85, 88, 87, like this. So, this is the problem. When he gets the minutes in the midfield, you're going to see 143s, 120s, 116, even 116 is good. 123, 142, 105, 118, 136. Look at this score. 156, 154 in weeks, 140, 140, 140. This guy is a superstar, mate. But let me tell you something. With the magic number this year, you are probably better off to not start him or his friend Oliver, because they are going to sink cash. It's like you are buying a potato for $10 and the next day the potato is $5. This is how it's going to work. So you don't want any of these guys. You do not want to start with them, and if you do start with them, this is where I don't understand. 47 and 10%. I do not understand. However, I believe you should not start with either. That's just me personally. But you can do what you want, but let me tell you, you listen to me. I finished 900 last year and I had a bad year. So take note of what I say, please. Please. But this is Laird. Pick him if you want him. I don't want him. I like his numbers, but I'm gonna pick him up later in the. Look at these 20 tackles. Wow. 12. Wow. But let's have a look at the next player on our list. Okay, so the next player we want to analyze is Lucky Chucky Neal. Now, what do we have to say about Neal? He's the best mid at the Lions, that's what I have to say. He's a Brownlow medalist, and I think Dunkley coming to the club, humble all day. The midfield is going to be so strong. They're going to dominate. Dunkley is going to tackle, more stoppages, more opportunity for Neal to go big. Okay, let's have a look at him. What's he doing? He's going to cost you 676, and he's owned by 17%. Durable as they come. 22 games, 122 average. This is beautiful. This is beautiful scoring. And let's dive into that. Okay. Look, Neal, number 9, 29 years old. No, let's have a look at this here. Now, let me tell you one thing before we look at these numbers. His pre-buy is insane. He is the best pre-buy player on the game by a mile. Now, let me read some of these scores. 31 touches, only 31 touches, 140. 41 touches, only 2 tackles, 198. Nearly 200. I cannot believe this. 26 for 105, 128, 117, 108, 187, 123, 115, 100, 164. This is 3 scores, 4 scores before the buy, over 140. This is crazy. He is insane. Then 87. Then 120. You can see these numbers here. But after the buy, before the buy, the difference is there is a big difference. So they have around 14, which is here. The 111 up. There's no 180s and 160s. Okay, 150, that's it. So that's what I want to talk about with Neal. I think Dunkley going to help him. And look at this. 85. Not even the Ruckman spend more time in the midfield. 80s, 90s. He have a few 70s, and when he do have a 70s, let me show you what happens. So, around 26, he didn't have many, did he? Around 12, didn't have many. So let's look at 12 and 26, huh? Around 12, 87. Around 26, the Cats, 85. So, you can see, without the CBAs, Neal, he doesn't score as good, but I think he's going to be at stoppage a lot more with Dunkley, as I mentioned before. So keep an eye out for Neal. He's in his peak, 29. I think he's going to have a big year, in my opinion. So on to the next. Hey, so what is he? 642,000, 2567, 116 average, 22 games, durable, good, 6% owned. Okay, so this is where I started to dig into the numbers, and I think, why 6%? Now, let me show you why. Just without even looking at the statistics, we can go here and see. Look, 184. Okay, he was injured started the year. He was meant to have Achilles problem, but he played. I don't know. We think maybe he's not a good selection last year. Then he goes 147. Many people get him in. Then he goes to 70. Many people get him out. Then he goes 130, 117, 214. You believe this? 136, 139, then a 60. So, as you can see, in the first 8 rounds, he's already had 3 under 85 scores. This is not good. This is not good for a premium. Okay, he make up for it with the 214, but how many times is he gonna go 214? Like, you think about this for a second. And let me show you one thing. He's scoring. He's a midfield, but he's not a midfielder. Now let me show you. This is Callum Mills here, right? 56% in midfield. CBIs 62%, 65%, 73, 79. Now, that big game against the Hawks, the 200, he only had a 68%. 42s, 40s, 50 as a midfield. This is not good, man. You pay 640 plus for a guy who's not even in midfield half of a game. Not even half of a game is he in midfield when he's on the ground. To me, this is not good. 22% against the Cats. The last round, let's have a look. 78. If he does not play in the middle, which looks like he doesn't, but where is he going to find consistency? He's dependent on the ball coming to him instead of him going to get a ball, and this is not good. But I do like him for his ceiling. He's got a low floor, a very, very low floor. So I'm not going to get it because of this, but he is a pod. And if he does, you do see some of this and stresses of this. Without this and this, you could have a winner and nobody else is going to have him. So you have to have a lot of guts, but not too many, because he's a good scorer, but you have to be aware of these ones here. They're good. Now, if you throw the C on him, he's the last game of the week, and he throws you a 70, I don't think you're going to be happy, man. That's just me, but I would prefer more consistent. You have a 5 consistent instead of 200 plus. Like, this is how I think, but 25 good 8s. You make your own decision on this one, but I would stay clear if I was you. Now, let's go on to the next player. We have Christian Petracca. Now, Christian Petracca, I don't mind this pick, but this is the thing. He's 6'18", he averaged 112, 22 games at 5%. I like the 5%, but he is a worry for me. And let's dig into it and let me show you why. He has the same problem as Callum Mills. Now, look at this. 71%. 71 why I say percent all the time. 71 SuperCoach. 78 SuperCoach. Okay. Look at this. 163, 129. Then what is this? You don't pay for 90s and 80s. 80, 50, 50. You pay 612 for 53, for 70. What you gonna get? Look, let's count them up. Out of 25 games, he played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 out of 25. This is nearly half, under 100. Like, okay, he has a 189 and a 163, but you want consistency or you want a bang player 1 week? Like, you have to think about that. And there is another problem. I don't know what happened. Look at this, green and yellow. What happened here? What happened here? This is a white one, a white for Petracca. White. He's lucky. He's a good forward because he used to be a forward. He's lucky. Look at this. Okay. This one here, round 25. 44%. What he score? 71. No good. Why? No goals. Round 23. No, let's have a look here. What is it? Round 22. No, yes, no, here. Round 23 and 22. Not much action. 23 touches, 4 touches. Luckily, he kicked 2 goals. This would be nowhere near 100 if he didn't kick these 2 and this one. So you have to be aware. He's lucky he's got that, but I don't trust him to kick a goal every game. Look, he's a good height. He's a good height. You can pick him, but his floor is too low. He's too much like Mills. You can't put him and Mills in the same team. If they go 70 together 1 week, you are finished. Your season is finished. Delete the account and start again the next year. So let's move to the next, because Petracca is the more I think he should not even be on this list. That's why he's on 5% of the teams. I don't see him as a good selection, to be honest. And Oliver is too dominant. Why have a Petracca when you can wait 5 weeks and have an Oliver? Like, that's food for thought. You think about this one. On to the next. Zach Merritt. Now, Zach Merritt is 17,500. He played 19 games, 3% on for a 112 average. Look, 3%. This is good because he's not many people have him, and if he goes big and consistent, you're going to be up the top for the first few weeks. But let's have a look. Do we want him or do we not? Now, I like what I see here. Before we start, I like what I see here. But I do not keep liking what I see. 90s, 70s, 70. Why is this happening? Now, let's have a look over here. Disposals, look, he's getting 38 touches. He's getting 36 touches. He's getting 26 and scoring 70. What's going on? Look, he's 36 touches and he didn't even score 100. What's going on? Now let me tell you. Look here, my boy. 27. That's 27 handballs and 9 kicks. 16 and 20. Okay, good one, but not. This is what one good one. 14, 25 handballs. This is why he has to get 35, 36 plus to score 100. You do not want this for a player. But look what I found here. He's not even in the top 2 midfielders. Here he is, 40, 55, 70. Then he didn't play, fair enough. 77. He does not get over one. He had 5 games over 80%. What is this? What is this? I think, look, I like this late in the year, but what is this, around 19? 35? 19. He had 35% and scored 38. This makes no sense, but let's... kick to handball ratio. 23-15. He got more kicks, 4 points for kick, 2 for a handball. So this is why. So Zach Merritt is very good age, but he gets tagged, and if he gets tagged, he drops this 70, 90, 50. You don't want to get tagged. You don't want to play a getting tagged. But lucky Dashi Parrish is a bit better. Dashi Parrish might get a tag. So be aware. If you want him, pick him up. No problem, pick him up. But when you cop a 70, don't go crying. That's all I'ma say. On to the next one we go. And he is Patrick Cripps. Now, before we start, 11% for the Brownlow medalist. You might think, wow, this is so under. It's not. This is why it's not. And this is why the ownership of players like him, like Merritt, like Petraka, they are so low, is because of this reason I'm about to show you. Here. Okay, we forgive him, he got injured. So he went. This was with Pitanet in the team. So with Pitanet in the team, he goes massive. It's like 135 average or something crazy, if you take at this one. But Pitanet is very injury prone and might get injured more often. So why are we gonna pay 600? What is it, 611 for a player who goes 83, 78, 79, 95? Look at this. Look at this. 5 weeks in a row he didn't even go over 100. No, this is why they are so low like this. The 11s, the 3s, the 5s. Unless you find a good one, which will, the next one coming is, oh, this is my pick, he's a top one. So, let's go here, have a look, more deep. Now, this is Essendon, we don't want Essendon, we want Carlton, the Blues. Alright, Cripps, oof, I like what I see, 40 and 15, let's have a look. Around 14, 79, around 15, 95. Okay. Around 18, 79, what did he do? 118, kick the goal. Kick the goal here too. So if he not kick the goal here, will you be on for 60, 70? So he's lucky to kick the goal there. 27 I like him. Peternet plays, he scores good. So he's a ballsy one, but you can go for him. Not a problem. Let's go on to the next player, which is Darcy Parish. Now, let's get Darcy Parish up. He's a super coach. Statistics. No, let's have a look. Before we have a look at him, actually, let's go here. Darcy Parish. Okay, 110 average, 16 matches, 3%. Now, let me tell you something about this boy here. Darcy Parish, he scored 110, but this is false. This is fake. He scored 114.6 without injury affected game. So this 3% I believe is too low, and he is in my team, so this speaks for itself. Darcy Parish. Let's have a look. Without this 51, have a look at this supreme scoring. 142, 128, 109, 130. There is 2 in the first 11 rounds under, well, 1, and 99 is 100 pretty much. So 1 out of the first 11 rounds, that's 1 out of 10 under 100. And these are big 100s, they are not just 100s. So he comes back, he plays, he scored 112, and then he gets injured again. He goes out. But he comes back, he does the business. I think he's how old? 25. He's, I think, one of the most overlooked players of the year, because he has a ceiling. Look, he has a ceiling. We'll go here, round 16. He did this to my club, Collingwood, 130, and he won the medal. He went crazy this time, boys. So, if he can do this once and keep that consistency, he's a dangerous player to not own. Very, very dangerous. Right. Let's have a look at his CBAs, eh? Essendon Bombers. What he is looking like. Top. That's what you want. 67, 86. So round 13 against Carlton. What was that? Round 13 against Carlton. That's his injury game. Okay. Then he's come back only 63 and he scored over 100. So, look, I like Darcy. To be honest, boys, listen to me. I like Darcy. I like him, and he's in my team. I think you should think about it. For 6'10", for 6 more than Steele, to have a pod, who is, I can't say the number because my computer is taking 5 years to load, but I think he's 20 for Steele and 3 for Paish, so here it is. 17 difference. I think, why not? For 1,000 less than creeps, for 8 less percent, why not? Take the punt. Tuck him in. What's the worst? He averages 114 for 11 games, and then he gets injured. You tried him out. It's one trade. What's the problem? Just take the punt. In my opinion, put him in. I got him. Put him in. He's a good pick. You do what you want, but in my opinion, I will put him in. Anyways, on to the next. Next on the list, we have Josh Kelly. And before I look into it, I see GWS and my head flies off my face. I cannot dream GWS one more player GWS. They destroy my lineup every year. But this year is different, I believe. So, Josh Kelly probably played out of position. Well, let's have a look. Played out of position, 0-0, no midfield. Low midfield, low midfield. But he still averaged 105. This guy is a class. He's done it before, 117s, 114s. He's got a new coach. He's played 21 games, both 2 years in a row. I like this. And the new coach, I'm hearing, wants him on the ball. There is no Hopper, there is no Toronto. So, when he goes on the ball, this boy is dangerous, mate. He's a dangerous player. But, look, he's 27. He's got some good scores in here. But he's also got some 85, some 64. But this is because if he's not getting the ball and he's not in the middle, how's he going to get the ball? He has to get it given to him. He can't go and get it. So that's where these scores come from. If he's in position to, hey, listen to me, alright? If he is in position in the midfield, I think you see 117 plus, 115 plus, easy. But the role is important. Watch him in the preseason. I like him. I don't have him, but I might get him. Watch him close. Okay. On to the next. Now, for these next boys, Luke Davies Uniacke and Noah Anderson. Let me tell you one thing about these guys. There is one of my friends who I spoke about at the start of this video. His name is Abs Magic the Scott Father. He finished 4th last year in SuperCoach. And on his channel, he has reviews of players, right? He's done one for Luke Davies Uniacke and Noah Anderson. I think one after the other. They are the two most recent. So, why am I going to go and review them? When he's reviewed them, he's looked at heat maps, he's looked at statistics, he's looked at the roles, CBAs, where they move on the pitch, how many times they get the ball, everything. He goes through everything. So these two, well, let's just look at the face statistics. Why not? 102, 100, 21, 8%, 3%, 555,000 hits, roughly. So, I'm not going to speak about them too much. I like what I saw in the review though. These two, I think you could throw Luke Davies Uniacke, Noah Anderson, and Tom Green in the same lineup. And that is take a lot of guts. But it is possible. Alright? So you can do it. Watch this video. I will timestamp it will come up in the top right corner, just here where my mouse is. You go watch those videos, alright? And as I said at the start, he's a top bloke, mate. You gotta show him some love, subscribe to him, hit the like button. He's a top bloke. But let's get on to the next player, shall we? The list is Bailey Smith, the mullet man of the AFL. Now, I like to call him the butcher instead of the mullet man. The butcher, because the guy can't kick straight. He gets it 40 times and he kicks straight maybe 15 times. So, this is why you see this score. He's played 16 games because he had a little saga in the middle. He was mental health. What happened to him, who knows. 3% owned, that's what I don't mind. I do like this 3%. And I like he's look at this, let's deep dive, shall we? He's 22 years of age. The kid is so young, so much potential. And I don't see why out of a 98 with an interrupted year, he went 98. His midfield time was pretty much atrocious, 54%, and he went 98. Dunkley is gone. Look at this, 50% Dunkley. If this 70, well, he didn't play, but say 10 of this goes to him, that's a 75. That's 75% midfield. What did he score round one? That could be 150. The potential is through the roof with this kid. But it isn't just the footy that you got to worry about with this guy. Now, he does get into trouble on the outside of the pitch. He's a bit of he mucks around. He lives his life. Good on him. But he's a troublemaker sometimes. On and off the pitch. We saw what he did last year on the pitch. He gets in your face. He rubs it into you. And that's what you want. He gets the team going. But is that what you want for your team? Now, I don't know. But listen here, mate. He's a good pick. All of these, let's go back. We'll finish with Baz. All these here, these are rip snorters, mate. They're good picks. Alright. But you have to listen to me, huh? Laird, Neil, Mills, Petraka, Zeret, Cripps, Parish, Kelly, Uniacke, Anderson, and Smith. There is one thing in common with them all. The one thing in common, my page is unresponsive. The one thing in common, you have to have a big set to go with them because they fail and you're with 3%. You are so far behind. 3%, 8%, but vice versa. If they go big, who has them? 3%. 3% have them. You are going to fly in the ranks. You are flying. You are in a jet plane, flying above everybody. So, I hope you like what you saw today. Make sure you go and, for these two here, make sure you go check out the other video. I put it up in the corner when I talk about them. And for these ones here, just think about the information I've relayed to you. If you like what you're hearing, you're seeing, then pick them up. Why not? You play the game once a year for 6 months, pick them up and win the 50k. And you can say, look, I did it with a Josh Kelly, I did it with a Zerrett, I did it with a Parrish. I did it with a Laird, the most expensive in the game. I did it with Laird. Or did you do it with a Smith? Who knows? But let me know who you're thinking of picking in the comments. I hope you enjoyed the video. And just a reminder, make sure you like and subscribe. Not to me, not to Abs, not to this guy, not to that guy, but to all of us. Just pick us all up, subscribe, because we're putting out content here for you. We love doing it, but we do it for you guys, you know? It makes our life fun when you leave a nice comment like this young chap did for me the other day, or when Abs leaves a nice comment for me. You know, this is what we get out of it, and we love it. But just think about that. So, I hope you have a nice day. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.